analogy, which is super cool. So we're going to start by breathing in and breathing out as the breath rises towards your heart, and then exhale out from your heart. The next thing that comes in is you think of something that gives you positive joy, that's regenerative. So it's an attitude or an emotion of, it could be appreciation, it could be love, it could be memory of a place or an event that gave you joy or happiness. It could be hugging your pets, right, Oscar and Felix? So and then after that, the lock-in part is that you send this energy, you radiate it out to others. You radiate it out. So imagine you have this energy that's all through the circumference of your body, and you're sending it out to others. So let's breathe in towards the heart and then exhale out. And about a 4 to 5 count inhale and a 4 to 5 count exhale. You could do something like this, by the way, when you're tracing your breath, inhaling up and exhaling down, and inhaling and exhaling. Make sure to focus on that belly breath. As you inhale, belly expands, it lifts towards the heart, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. Now, while you keep this breath, think of that event that brings you joy, or a thought, an emotion that comes up that's joyful, like hugging your pets, or seeing your grandchildren, or being on the rooftop and putting your legs in the sky, whatever it may be to give you joy. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, really feel this emotion in your body as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Now that you felt this energy, send it outward to others. You can even use your arms to kind of press it out to others. So start to extend and radiate that energy towards other beings, your community, your family, your friends, your pets, whoever it may be. And then we'll lower our arms down by the side, and let's begin to make circles on our hips, going from right, back, left, forward, around, and about. As we breathe in, as we breathe out. I like that it's a tool that you can use to bring a shift and to help cultivate it so it becomes more, it's called a restructuring. It becomes more of your very being. And reverse your circle. Reverse your circle and feel how the weight shifts not only in your hips, but in your feet. And then come back to center and rock forward and back. Rock forward and back. So notice how your weight comes into your feet as you lean forward, and then exhale, take it back. And let's swing our arms forward and exhale, take them back. Reaching like you're going to reach for somebody's hand, and then take it back. And lengthen your spine rather than rounding. It doesn't matter how far you go. Lengthen and then reach back. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take the arms up overhead and circle them around and about like you are starting to do that breaststroke. It's a wonderful day to go in the water, a pool or a lake, a natural habitat. And what does it feel like as you cultivate this feeling of flowing through water, nice and smooth? Should we change it up to the crawl? So take the right arm forward and then the left. and alternating one and then the other. Your elbows may be bent, or you might have a pretty straight arm and you might turn your head like we do when we swim the crawl stroke. That's it. Just nice and flowing. Really a nice way to invite the body to move freely. And then come back to center. And because we're not swimming, we can kind of do your feet like this. What do we call this, Oscar? Oscar's looking at me like, what are you doing? You're disturbing my peace. But just kind of lift one leg and then the other, making some kind of taps. Now Felix is going, what is she doing? And then let that go. I was thinking of that as the swimming and kicking. So here we go. Now take your arms and you're kicking. You're in the water and your arms are also doing the stroke. Yes, let's reverse it. Does that mean we go swim backwards if we take our arms and bring them out to the side and forward towards us? Yeah, and then release and let that go. Let's take the right knee up towards us, open it out to the side, bring it back forward, and shift it out and lower it down. Inhale, arms float into a T. Flex your palms, spread your fingers, curl the fingers down. Inhale, lift the palms up. Good. Take your forearm to the thigh and let's flow with this arm. Take it out, bring it up and overhead. And out and overhead. Keep the spine long. Breathe in and breathe out. This is our flowing movement. Let's go in our dynamic movement. Let's go towards a little hold for a moment. We'll be still. Did you guys see the documentary yet by Michael J. Fox called Still? So I think a stillness, breathe in, breathe out, and then inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, bring your palms down, heart center. Press your palms away from you. Pull the knuckles in and press them away. And pull them in and press them away. Open it up. Release your hands to your thighs. Left knees forward, right knees out to the side. We're going to do some of these kind of curling forward and around. So it is like a cobra pose, but it's a flowing cobra pose. Palms on the thighs, lean forward, circle the shoulders up and back. We've got our weight shifting. We've got our shoulders circling. And then you might take a moment and pause and feel your shoulder blades on your back here. Take your palms out to the side. Your elbows are bent, lifting the palms a little bit higher than the elbows. Feel the neck nice and long. Exhale, tilt the fingertips down. Inhale, fingertips are up. Come on up and lift that right leg. Bring it back to center. Other side. Lift the left leg. Place it on down. Let's sit tall. Take a moment. Feel your feet on the earth. Feel them, sense them, even if they're numb. Feel the numbness. Can you feel, does that sound ridiculous? Feel the numbness. Now push, it's true. You can feel the numbness. Breathe in and out and maybe close your eyes and tune into what that sensation is for you. Push the right foot down. Push the toe pads down, the heel down, and then inhale, lift the right toes. I know Oscar's kind of blocking your view here. And lower the toes down. Now push the left toes down and inhale and lift them and feel your arch activate. Let's start to circle the right arm, swim it back and take it over the ear. Open it up. Shift Open. Arm is over the ear. Just flow it. Notice how this side feels. And then let's take the arm over the ear. We've got a little bit more stillness. Breathe in. Static, stillness. Just for a moment. Feel your feet push down. Feel or check out your knees over your heels for just a moment. Push down now through your sitting bones and your feet and rise up. Let's make a yoga fist. Thumbs on the inside of the palm, wrap your fingers around and circle. Circle the knuckles around and about. Notice how the top or the back of your hand might feel a little bit tight. And then go the other way. And then spread your fingers wildly. Now close your fingers. Open them, close them. Open them, close your fingers. So it looks like this. Open, close. There you go. And take your palms to your thighs. Circle the shoulders up, around, and about. And you can go slow motion, or you might take it a little bit faster. I tend to be more biased towards the slow movement because I love feeling the shoulder blades come onto the back and the movement. So maybe play with the speed. And then find a little bit of static movement here, or static stillness, I should say. Static movement, that's an interesting one. And then feel your shoulder blades on your back. Pull your ribs back a little bit. Lift your arms, elbows are down, palms are lifted. And feel your shoulder blades come onto your back. Then tilt the fingertips down. Inhale, lift them up. Lift your heart slightly. Exhale, tip the fingertips down. Inhale, they rise up. Place your palms down. Inhale, lift the left leg to meet the right. Extend your right leg out to the side. Press your heels down. Maybe the block comes for support on the front or the back. I tend to like the back, but the reason I like the back is because it will help you lean back and put your shoulder blades on your back. If you have it forward because it's more accessible for you, then make sure you take your shoulder blades on your back and pull your ribs back. You don't need the block. It's just, if it's there, some people like to put their fingertips on it. You can also put the back of your hand on the front of the shin. Then let's take the left arm forward, lift it up, gaze toward your fingertips. Exhale, take the fingertips down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it down. Bring your hand to your hip. Come on up. Point your right toes away from you, and then inhale, flex your foot towards you. Point away, pull towards you, and point away and pull towards you, and then circle the ankle around and about. Let's lift one or both arms towards the sky. Open it up wide. That's it. Do this a few times. Lift up and out, and up and out. And then we're going to tilt towards the right. Push down through this left foot and right heel. Rise up. Exhale, lower it down. Let's clap. That's it. Inhale, open it up. Push down, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Clap. Open it up. Press down. And we lift. Bring that foot back on in. And other side. Left leg out to the side. Maybe shift your hips on the chair. Point the foot away from you and then pull the toes towards you. And point and flex and point and flex. Feel the ribs pulling back. We're strong and we're tall with a long spine. Then inhale, take your arms out. Maybe take your right hand to the hip. You can use that block. Knowing it's there, you might like that. You also can have a chair next to you, by the way, and put your hand on the chair if that's helpful. Pull the ribs back. So 2 chairs is always nice to have. And then inhale and rise up. And exhale and lower down. And maybe take the right arm up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it. Maybe your gaze follows your fingertips. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull it down. Lift up. Arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Open it up. Lift the fingertips. Exhale, pull down to center. Open up wide. Lift arms high. Exhale, hands at the heart. Let's open it up in a diag. That's it. Lift up, arms rise. Exhale, bring to heart. Open it up. Exhale, diag. Add the clap. Open it up. Lift up, arms rise, and exhale. Open, tilt, clap, open, release down, and bring the leg back on in. Take your arms wide, give yourself a big hug now. Gaze down, pull your belly in and your ribs back and try to lift your knee towards your elbows and then lift up. Let's do the other side. Breathe in, breathe out, pull your belly in, angle your elbows down to your knee, pull your knee to your elbows and your elbow to your knee, and release down. Open it up. Exhale, other side, which means opposite arm on top. Big hug. Give yourself a little massage there. Push your finger pads into the back. Yes. Notice if there's any tenderness. Notice it. Notice it. You can give it a little massage. On your inhale, we lift tall. On your exhale, pull your left knee towards your elbows. Release it down on the inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow, opposite leg. One more time each side. Pull it in, belly pulls in, ribs pull back. Open it up. Exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow, belly pulling in, shin to chest. Lower it down. Open your arms, exhaling and release. Walk your feet a little bit forward. I'm kind of blocked by Oscar here. Take your hands to the side of the chair or the back of the chair and circle the shoulders up and back. Lean forward and feel your shoulder blades on your back. You can adjust where your arms are on the seat of the chair. And extend the spine, the heart forward, the neck long. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push down through your feet. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's find a twist. Take your elbows, lift them. They're just little bit lower than your shoulders. You can check it out. We're going to take a twist towards the right. Inhale back to center. Twist towards the left. Inhale back to center. Go back to the right. Feel your belly pull in. Rise tall through your spine. Maybe you turn your nose towards your thumb. You can wiggle your thumb and see if you see it. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twisting towards the left. Belly pulls in and up. Maybe you gaze towards your left thumb. Give it a little wiggle. Inhale back to center. Reach your arms forward. Pull them back. Make a fist. Inhale forward. Exhale, pull back. Feel your shoulder blades as they come onto your back as you pull back. Reach and pull. And reach and pull, and one more, pull it on back, lift the arms up. Let's find a side bend. You may take your right hand to your left wrist, or you can place your hand down. Belly pulls in, side bend towards your right. Breathe in, breathe out, inhale, rise up, relax the shoulders, other side, left hand to right wrist. Grow tall, lengthen through your elbows. That's it. Exhale. As you push your sitting bones down, both sitting bones down, take a side bend towards your left. Breath is in and breath is out. Rise on up, hands to the heart. Let's drop our chin down towards center. Inhale, lift it. Turn your head towards the shoulder, the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. We're using our neck muscles. Exhaling, use your neck muscles to turn your head towards the left. Inhale to center. Good. Exhale, drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Make sure this shoulder is releasing. Maybe use your fingertips on top of your head just for a little suggestion. It's not a yanking or a pulling, of course. Inhale, head rises up. Exhale, other way. Left ear towards left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath is in. And breath is out. Maybe use your fingertips. It'll give, even without pulling, just touching your head very often gives a sensation that you're lengthening a little more through the opposite side. Inhale, head rises up. Circle the nose and the head one way and then the other. And let's take our feet wide. So now heels are under knees. Toes are outward. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhaling and lower them. Inhale, they rise up, push down through the big toe mound and across the foot. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, lift. Exhaling. One more, lift it up. Pull the ribs back. Interlace your fingers, push the palms away. Start to make little waves with your elbows. They're lifting towards the corners of your room. And go ahead and lower your heels down. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's bring our feet back together and stretch our legs out. I'll turn this way because he's kind of in my way over there. Oscar, I don't want to disturb you. They're both in Shavasana pose. They're both in relaxation pose. But I don't know that they've done anything today. Okay. So you're going to bring the strap around your foot. If you have another chair or ottoman or stack of blocks to put your foot up on, that's a lovely alternative. I'll show you what I mean, but it's really nice. It helps the stretch. So take the time to set it up. But here's my makeshift table in front of me, or a ledge to put my foot on. And here's the strap around the foot. I'm gonna lift tall and then push the big toe mound away. Lifting up and out of the waist, we start to lean forward until we feel a stretch. We're hinging from the hip. We're not trying to touch the toes. I have long arms. I'm going to touch my toes, but that's not the idea. I can feel just as much of a stretch by keeping my elbows in towards me and holding onto the strap and then leaning forward. If you want, you can creepy crawl your hands down a little bit more, but we want to keep the spine long, the shoulder blades on the back, the ribs back, the neck long. So we're gazing down and forward. Sparkle the toes, breathe in, and breathe out. Inhale, lift your leg up, turn the toes out, the heel is in. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, toes out. Relax the heel down with the toes out. We're going to lift tall once again and lean forward. Notice what you're feeling. You might want to use just the one hand, the right hand on the strap as with your right leg up. Again, lengthening spine, hinging from hip. We don't want to round the shoulders. Keep them long as you tilt forward. Keep your spine long as you tilt forward. Then take a breath in and out, about 5 of them. You can make those counts of the inhale, 4 or 5 counts, 4 or 5 counts on the exhale. If we do that 6 times, it's 1 minute. So inhaling for a count of 5 and exhaling for a count of 5 is about 10 seconds. And then we lift on up and exhale, release. Maybe open and close the knees a few times. And then we'll do the other side. So I'm going to also remind you that if your hands get sore, if any arthritis going on, you can make a loop with your strap and put your arms through the strap so that you don't have to use your hands. It looks like this. So my forearms are through the strap, and then I can lean forward and get a really nice stretch here. It's very, very nice. I'm not using my hands. The forearms are pulling the strap towards me as I push the strap away with the big toe. So it's kind of like prayer mudra while we're in this forward bending leg stretch. Breathe in. And breathe out. About 4 to 5 counts on the inhale and 4 to 5 counts on the exhale. Feel your breath and feel your stretch. If you start to cramp, then you can kind of jiggle your leg around, maybe take the strap off. We are not looking for a stretch to the point of cramping. But if it happens, release it and maybe go back in after the cramp goes away. We're going to sit up tall. You know there's no pain necessary, required, or recommended in yoga. Let's turn the toes out and the heel in. Opposite leg, same thing. You don't have to hold the tie with your hands. You could put your forearm in there instead. We lift tall. We lean forward, and you will feel the stretch in a different place. Notice where you feel it. I'm feeling it more now on the outside of the thigh with the heel in and the toes out, and the knee is lining up. So if you take your finger on your kneecap and you draw a line down towards the middle toes, that's where it should be, that you can draw a line from kneecap down and towards the middle toes. Breathe in. Breathe out and breathe in and breathe out. Inhaling and exhaling. Rise on up. We're tall. Let's work our way down towards the mat for the second half of class. Put all this away. You're going to bring your strap, your block, and maybe if you have 2 blocks, bring 2 blocks. Move your chair towards something it's always good for it to be on something sticky or stable. And maybe you're putting a blanket underneath your knees as you lower down. A pillow works too. And then we place our hands on the side of the chair and slowly come down. I've mentioned that my students have lots of different ways that I've seen over the years how they get down. There's so many different creative ways. And that's one of the reasons that people do yoga. I'm going to place this out of the way so you don't have to see it. But a lot of people have different ways that they come up with, very creative. Okay, so let's go down onto our bellies. Oscar, I might have to move you if you're blocking the view. We'll see how this goes. We'll see. I can still see my feet, so I think we're okay. Stack one hand on top of the other, and you can rest your forehead down. Then let your hips sway right and left. And right and left, and this should feel good. You can always rest your head side, one side or the other. And then come back to center. Now, we're going to play with fluttering our feet like we're in the water. So we kind of did that in the chair. We tried to simulate it. But so start to just flutter your feet. And it'll feel weird because we're not in the water. Flutter your feet. Just flutter them. And you might feel the tapping. You might hear the tapping. Notice how it feels to flutter your feet. And then let that go. And lift the right leg, stretch the toes back. Spread your toes. Lengthen them. Imagine someone's holding onto your leg, your lower leg, and pulling the leg gently so you get some traction. And then exhale and lower it down. Other side. Lift the left leg. Reach back with your toe tips, spread your toes, lengthen. Now keep your hips level so they're not tipping right or left. Take a breath in, exhale out, lower the leg down. Now let's play with our arms, and we're going to start with ourselves in Sphinx to just get the body warmed up on our belly. So your elbows underneath your shoulders or maybe slightly forward. I prefer slightly forward, but some people pull it back more. But so if you look down, I've got shoulder and then the elbow slightly forward of it. Then with forearms pulling down, push them down into the mat and pull the elbows towards your belly. Breathe in and breathe out. And breath is in and breath is out. Pushing elbows down and pulling them towards you. Now, turn your head towards the right shoulder. Inhale, head back to center. Turn your head towards the left shoulder, keeping the right shoulder back. Inhale to center. Then move one hand to the right, your right hand to the right, your left hand to the left, and come up onto your fingertips. Now your head is lengthening forward like you had a string and somebody was pulling it forward so that your spine was really long. Push your fingertips down into the earth. Your elbows are up and pull your elbows towards you. So they're coming towards center and you're going to feel your shoulder blades on your back. Now, if it's hard to push your fingertips down, go down onto your ridges or your palms. And then we're gonna lift up and down a few times. So fingertips, ridges, or palms down. Inhale, lift slightly up. You're rolling your shoulders up and back, not tight. Just a little roll up and back. You'll feel your shoulder blades on your back. Exhale, lower down, not all the way. Inhale, rise up. Heart is moving forward. Feel your shoulder blades come together. It's such a yummy feeling because we do so much hunching forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, blades move in towards each other. One more, exhale, lower down. And then take a break. Relax. Stack one hand on top of the other. Let's bend our right knee and then lower it down and bend the left knee, pulling the heel towards your buttocks and lower it down. And then bring both heels up over your knees and let your lower leg sway to the right and then towards the left and towards the right and towards the left. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, come to center. If it's available to you, you can take your arms either out to the side or forward. And we're gonna play with the super yogi pose. So this would be, let's lift the right leg and the left arm pushing down through the pinky side of your right arm lifts, right leg lifts. Exhale, lower down, lifting the left leg and the right arm and switch it up. Right leg, left arm, lower, inhaling, left leg, right arm, and lower. You can keep alternating, or you might, it's always a maybe. It doesn't mean a must, it means a maybe. You might lift your legs and your arms. You can have them out to the side or forward. Breathe in, breathe out, maybe open and close your legs a few times, pulling the legs towards each other, opening them up. And then take your hands by the sides of your heart, pull your ribs back, pull your belly in, curl your toes under, rise up and pull your heels back. Your sitting bones back towards your heels. And let's just roll forward and back here. So forward and back. By the way, you might want a blanket underneath your knees if they're tender. Leaning back, leaning forward, pulling back, and moving forward. Let's move towards cat. Exhale, round the spine, chin towards chest, sitting bones angling down towards knees, and then reverse it. Sitting bones up, shoulder blades on the back. Stretch the belly. Breathe in, breathe out. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Belly curls in. Fingers spread. Reverse it. Sitting bones rise. Heart rises. Shoulder blades on your back. One more. Curl it. And come back to neutral. If your arms are sore, come onto your forearms or take a little break. We're gonna, you can come onto your forearms like this. You also can use your blocks. You can place your hands on the blocks, and very often that feels better. Something like this. And so you're trying to get the weight out of the wrist. So we're leaning forward towards the knuckles here. Maybe curling the fingers down can be helpful. And notice how my thumb is off the side. Some people like that. Some people like to turn the block like this too. We're going to extend the right leg back And then pull the knee in towards us and curl in like the cat. And extend it back and pull it in. Extend the leg back, maybe lift the leg about hip height. Feel your right hip tone as your toes are down. Pull the knee in. Open up the knee in towards doggy fire hydrant pose. Close the knee towards the left knee. Lower it down. Other side. We're in our neutral table. We extend the leg back. The toes are curled under. Then we pull the knee in towards our belly as we curl. So our chin's moving to our chest and we're trying to lift the knee up. Extend it back. It doesn't matter how high the knee goes. It's more about the action of lifting the knee towards your belly. Pull the knee in and up, belly lifting to spine. Extend. Lift. Lift, lift, lift your knee towards your belly. And then extend it back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's lower that down and get off of our hands and take a little break. Let's go on to our back, in fact, and we're going to work our hips. We want to strengthen our hips. And so there's going to be a little bit of repetition when you need to take a break. And so we're going to come into bridge pose. I think you're going to see me more this way. Both doggies are still sleeping. And so our feet are outside our hips. We might walk our shoulders towards our ears just to get long. We're always trying to make space in yoga. And then you're going to pull your ribs towards the earth and feel your shoulder blades on your back. You might open up your palms skyward. Take a breath in. Feel the belly expand. Feel the breath travel towards your heart, and then exhale out from your heart. We're going into a heart opener, which is a back bend. So here we go. We're going to push down through our toe pads and our feet. Inhale, lift your hips up. Now you can karate chop with your pinky sides down the earth and walk your shoulders underneath you. Or you can have palms down. And then we're going to lower the hips just about a third of the way or half of the way. And then push down through your feet and lift the hips back up. We're not looking to thrust them tight. Exhale, lower about a third of the way down. Inhale, lift up. Push feet down. Hips lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift hips. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lifting. And lower. And lift. And exhale, we lower. And inhale, we lift. So there's this repetitive motion. And you might start to feel some toning in your hips. Let's lower the hips down. Take a little break. Breathe in towards the heart and exhale out from the heart. And turn your toes out and your heels are going to be in. If you want to take a peek, you can look up and see if the toes are turning out and your heels are in. We're going to lift up again. Push down through your feet. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower about halfway. Push down, rise up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, hips lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath is in. And breath is out as we repeat a few more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. and lower your hips back down. Bring your right knee in towards you, and then exhale, lower the leg. Left knee in towards you, and lower the leg. So we're literally walking in place with our bridge prep pose, alternating one foot and then the other. Breathing in and breathing out. Even it up, right and left. And then lift your right knee up towards you. Give it a hug in. Use your hands on top of the shin and hug the knee in. Then take your hands behind the thigh and start to straighten the leg up. That doesn't mean it's straightening all the way, just as much as it straightens. And then take it forward, down, and around. You can use your hands to support the leg, or you can have your hands down by your side. We're circling the leg in towards us, upwards, exhaling away and pulling back in. This circular motion. Breathe in and breathe out. As you do this nice circular motion, you can point your toes and then flex them. And after this next one, lift the foot skyward, push the heel up, use your hands behind your thighs or put a strap around your foot, pushing the sole up towards the sky. The knee lands over your hips. Get a little stretch. Maybe circle the ankle as you're getting this stretch. It's kind of nice. It's your circle. Pull the knee back in and exhale, lower it down. With both feet on the earth, push your toe pads down, push your heel down. Notice how that feels. And then inhale, lift the right heel, exhale, lower it down, and the left heel and lower it down. Push down through both feet, lift your hips, maybe walk your shoulders underneath you a little bit. Lift one heel, lower it, and then the other. Lower your hips almost to the earth, and then inhale, lift them up. Lift your right heel, your left heel, and then both heels. With your heels up, exhale, lower your hips down a little bit, and then lift them back up. Now, you can always ignore me about the feet and just have them down. So we're lifting up and we're lowering down. You're going to feel this differently in your buttocks with your heels up than when we did it earlier. Lower a little bit, lift it back up. Let's do 3 more. Lowering, lifting hips. And then exhale, heels down, lower hips down. Give yourself a hug. Bring both knees in towards you and massage your spine. You can roll right and left. Come back to neutral after you massage your spine. Place your right foot down. Bring your left knee in towards you and start to circle the leg like we did the right one. So pulling knee in, reaching up with your footprint, reaching away, pulling back in. Now, you do not have to straighten your leg all the way. The other thing is, if you start to feel your lower back lifting up, then don't push that leg so far away. Keep it more in towards you. We don't want any lower back pain. That is not what we are inviting in with the yoga. We are inviting an opening and a releasing and a strengthening, but not pain. Breathe in and breathe out and breathe in and breathe out. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling, and place the foot back down. Bring both knees in towards you. Weave your arms on the inside and around your legs, or hands on the outside, and do your happy baby pose. Pull your knees towards your shoulders. Pull your knees towards your shoulders. Your hands are on your lower leg somewhere. Maybe they touch your feet, maybe they don't. Come back to center, and then gently pull the right knee towards the right shoulder, release it. Pull the left knee towards the left shoulder and release it. And back to the right and release, and back to the left and release. Then, with your arms on the inside of your inner leg, go ahead and push out into your inner leg and your inner leg into your upper arms. And notice how that feels. Some people like to call this dead bug pose, with your palms up and your footprints up, and you're pressing your arms into your inner thighs. You can do that, or just a nice happy baby. This is dead bug pose. And then pull your ribs down and pull your belly in. Now we're working core a little bit, and then release it. Exhale, press the ribs down as you push your footprints up, but your knees are still bent, and then release. One more time, footprints up, ribs down, belly pulls in, pushing footprints to the sky, pressing upper arms into inner thighs and inner thighs into arms, and release and let that go. Let's open this butterfly up with blocks underneath your knees or pillows. So knees are out. Feet are together. Do a little bit of heart-based breathing here. You can have one hand on your belly, one on your heart, or both on your heart. But we want to make sure we're doing that belly breathing no matter what. So belly expands, breathing up towards the heart, and then exhaling out through the nose, breathing out from the heart. Belly relaxes down, breathing in, and breathing out, and breathing in, and breathing out. Remembering that regenerative, joyful memory, seeing a grandchild, hugging your pet, playing in the dirt, whatever it may be for you. And then feel that joy within you and radiate it out to others like beams coming out from you. And then we will move towards our final twist. So you might you got a few twist ideas. One would be lengthen the right leg, pull the left knee in towards you, and then let the knee fall towards your right. Arms can be in goalposts, cactus arms, or long. You might use your right hand to pull your left knee downward. Another option is to have both knees towards the right. You might gaze towards the left. Make sure you're taking a few breaths in whatever position you choose. Then we come back to center and do the other side. So now we lengthen the left leg, bring the right knee in towards us, lower it down towards the left. Straighten your spine out. You can always do a little shimming. You can always look down too to kind of see that the spine and the head and the nose and the hips are all lined up. And this is a great time to feel the front of your body as it's facing upwards, and feeling the lower body, your shoulder blade pressing down on the right side. Breathe in and breathe out. Breath is in And breath this out. And then coming to a nice neutral position, and you decide what you'd like for your final resting pose, reminding you, you might want to put your feet up on a chair or up the wall, if that's available to you, or a bolster under your knees, or maybe you're feeling like you need a little bit more of a heart opener and you put a blanket under your spine or a block under your sacrum. I'll show you the different ones. So if you like to relax on your back with your knees bent, you might put a block or a pillow under your hips and relax like this. You want to make sure you're comfortable, that you feel like your neck is curving. You might need a little blanket under your head, but you don't want a flat neck. We're not looking for the neck to push down into the mat. You can always lower your block or pillow, not have it quite as high. So that's one restorative one. Another one is feet up on the chair. Super nice, really good to help reverse the blood flow, the lymph. Or you can have your feet up on the wall, if you know how to do that. But feet up the chair is really nice. And you could have pillows underneath your lower leg to lift the legs even higher if you so desire. And then return to this natural breathing. You're not trying to change it. You're letting it soften without control. Letting it go as you breathe in. And as you breathe out. Breath is in. And breath is out. Soft, natural breath. You can imagine that you're doing this heart-based breathing, heart-focused breathing. And you can turn it into the lock-in or regenerative emotion that you chose for today. Maybe you could visualize something beautiful too, like you're in a big field with lavender, smells so good, and it's so beautiful. And then whatever feeling that you're generating, imagine radiating it out into this world to others that you love and that could benefit from your amazing, positive energy. Stay as long as you wish in your resting pose. I'll come up to seated. As we end our class, but you rest as long as you wish because you are at home and it's the beginning of a weekend. Let's take our hands on our heart. Expressing gratitude for our practice together, coming together in community, connecting our minds, our bodies, our breath, our souls. Namaste, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy this beautiful